Hello and welcome back to the Sidescape Gaming Podcast, episode 102. I'm your host, Jake Burke, and joined, as always, by James St. Charles and Ted Libby. Ted, what are you emotional about?
You waited until my lighting was off, and then you just
is that what it was?
went in for it.
Exactly.
Went in for it.
Exactly. Ted, I like to fuck with you.
Yeah, but I didn't interrupt you this time.
Ted, you did.
That's one for Ted.
One for Ted. Ted, you went on a vacation. You want to tell us about your mancation just a little bit?
I went on a mancation. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
It was a lot of fun. I went up to the high desert, as they call it.
Oh.
It's like a place called Eagle Lake.
Oh wait, Eagle Lake.
It's like high tea.
And just did a whole bunch of manly activities.
Did you chop wood?
Did not chop wood.
Oh.
I learned how to ride a motorcycle.
Wow.
Oh, that's fun.
I know. I was not good at it. You shift gears with your feet.
Yeah, with your feet. Yeah.
Oh.
And clutch.
Yeah. So it's brake is on the right hand, clutch is on the left hand, shifting is on your left foot, and braking is on your right foot.
Very dumb question I'm about to ask, but I have no idea. Are there automatic motorcycles?
Yes.
Okay.
So they had a little like baby bike.
Okay.
That was automatic. Well, sort of. It was automatic in that you didn't have to push in a clutch.
Yeah, they're like automatic
dirt
bikes. You shift, but it's like auto. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was still getting the hang of things with my foot, but I didn't have to hold down a clutch.
Interesting.
It was a lot of fun. It was terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm still very scared to ride a motorcycle, but like, feel good.
There. Well, enough about Ted's trip, because this is the 102nd episode of the Sidescape Gaming Podcast, where every Monday morning a new episode goes live on YouTube.com. And that's it, because Ted has decided not to try on the other things, guys. I'm going to be honest. He took this task upon himself, and he said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to handle the RSS feed? I was going to say
feed?
The SSS feed. I knew that was not right.
That's the USSS feed.
Yeah, the USSR feed.
Yes.
He just decided not to do it. But once a week, we Discord over 500 miles, talk about a gaming-related topic and what games we are playing. This week, we're going to talk about kind of a myriad of things we're testing out before next week when we review As Dusk Falls and Stray. Now, James, you've played about 2 hours of Stray.
Yes.
Pitch me on Stray. Tell me about it. I'm very excited. I've been seeing a lot of cats watching the TV on Reddit.
Yes, I see that everywhere now. Cats watching the TV.
Has your cat watched the game yet?
No, my cat doesn't really like to go in my room, but maybe I should like bring out my Steam Deck and then they can see.
There you go.
That's the best thing about having a Steam Deck. Playing Stray.
And you're playing on Steam, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Stray. This game is, first off, beautiful.
Yep.
Like, I just love how it looks. And second off is a cat game, which I don't know how to like describe it any better. You play as a cat.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so real and attention to detail to the cat that you have to like almost think like a cat when playing this game. Which is kind of great if you're a cat owner or if you like cats, so you know, because the puzzles are centered around things that you wouldn't expect if you were playing like a human or like a robot.
That's
like
cool.
Sure, in games you like jump everywhere and you like go over, but like there's like little puzzles that you wouldn't think. It's like, oh, I have to knock over this thing off the table, and that activates this, and it's like, okay, yeah, a cat would knock over this bucket or something that's like high and do something. So it's really fun to that aspect. But the other thing is the game is like really beautiful. Really, like, there's so much attention to detail. It feels like playing like a futuristic Half-Life type universe. Like a futuristic, well, I mean, City 17 is futuristic, but just like way more like Tokyo City 17 Half-Life, and it feels good, like to just explore. The only thing I don't
open world.
That's the only thing I don't like is it's not open world. It's very much on rails, closed off.
Okay.
Like you have to go certain paths. You can meow, and when you meow, if you like, let's say you have a puzzle, it kind of like shows you the direction you need to go.
Oh, okay.
Similar to like other games where it's like you need to like figure out like
That's
where
your
do I need to go. Yeah, like what's the hint? But it's very much not holding your hand, if that makes sense. Like you can still do some exploration, but you are limited. Like you can't just like, I want to say, but you can't kill yourself. You know, I think
Right.
it's just like everything's like blocked off.
It's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like so, cats live.
I've watched my cat.
Oh my god. Okay, I don't want to spoil anything, but the very very start of the game is quite sad.
Okay.
So be prepared if you're like for that.
I'm going to play it tomorrow night. I'm very excited. Very excited.
Yeah. Or do you like the narrative? If it's an on rails.
Oh, it's not really narrative. Like you're kind of like I mean, I just gotten to a point where someone talks, if that makes sense. Like, no one has talked the entire time you're a cat, and you're just like trying to figure out. You're basically wandering through the city that's dead.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to like piece together what's going on.
Looking for your next catnip fix.
Yeah.
Question: do you think if you don't have a cat, would this game be good?
I think if you don't have a cat or don't like cats, it's still okay. Like it's like you just have to accept like you're playing a dog or something like that.
Right. Okay.
But
shift it around.
But yeah, it's like it's very much cat focused, cat centric, and it does it really well. At least from the brief time I've been playing. I'm looking forward to like diving into it deeper. There's just little things that like that you can do that just immerse yourself like as a cat. Like you could like scratch the carpet. You can meow at certain things, and it's just really fun stuff.
I've heard there are points in the game where you can just lay down and sleep.
Yeah, you can lay down. Yeah, you can lay down. Yeah,
it's very cool.
That sounds very catty.
Yeah. Few questions, James. Can you customize the cat at all, or is it this orange tabby? Okay.
Yeah, orange tabby, and you just go at it. The game just goes.
Okay.
And this company, or
yeah, so this is developed by Blue 12 Studio.
Blue 12 Studio, but I think is it the publisher or
Annapurna Interactive.
Yeah, the one that does like basically every single type of like these types of indie games.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's from what I'm reading, it's like it's been the most played that they've had. Which is surprising.
Well. Yeah,
because they had like Vanishing of Ethan Carter, 12 Minutes, like all these other types of games in their studio. But yeah, Blue 12, they've been working on this game for a long time. I think since before 2017, maybe.
I think so. It was announced at like the PS5 event. PS5
very long time.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna pay off for them, from what I'm reading.
Well, it's
perfect time to release a game. Yeah, it's perfect time to release your game. So.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. We'll definitely talk a ton more about it next week. I just wanted to kind of get your initial thoughts. But you like it? You're gonna beat it all? And
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, definitely it'll be
awesome. How's the soundtrack?
It's almost been unnoticeable, which
like ambient, right? If
it's ambient, but it's there. It's like the environment is speaking more to. It reminds me of like Half-Life soundtrack kind of thing, like just like stuff going on around the city. So not really like it's more the environment is the soundtrack.
Okay. So this is a question that's gonna end up being more for Jake. You bought it on Steam. The other way you can buy it is on PlayStation.
Okay. Ted, I'm going to take you on a journey. Okay. Are you ready for this? Okay. I bought it on PS5. It's $30. It's $30 on PlayStation.
$30 on Steam as well.
Yeah.
On PlayStation, as in I could buy it on my PlayStation 4 and then play it on my PS5 later? Or are they still splitting that difference?
I believe it's the same. I believe it is, but I don't know.
Add your account.
It's very confusing. Because like with Tiny Tina Wonderlands, for instance, the Borderlands game, I only know this because James and I are looking at playing it. Which Ted, if you want to play with us, we're probably gonna be playing a lot on Sunday, but you got to buy the game.
Okay. You gotta pay.
Yeah, okay.
But there's a PS4 version of Tiny Tina, and there's a PS5 version of Tiny Tina, and they are different prices.
Yeah.
They are $60 or $70. This I didn't see different pricing, and I didn't see like a different option, so I would assume it's the same.
I didn't either. I saw one price, one button, and then PS4, PS5.
Yeah, so it's probably the same.
I think it's one price, and honestly, it's the right price. And I think it was like 10% cheaper on Steam because, of course, they always do that little like, hey, we'll cover the cost.
It's a $30 game.
So Stray is also on PS Plus. I have a motorcycle. Right. I apologize. I want to take you guys on a journey, but I need to know exactly what the PS Plus tiers are called because I don't.
How much is it on the PS Plus tier?
So it's not on the normal, the regular PS Plus that you get free games with. It's on the one that has like a games library that you can like stream.
PS Plus Plus.
PS Plus Essential and Ultimate or Extra or something. Oh, here we go. Essential is what I have, which is normal. Extra is the tier above, and then there's Premium. Premium is like the streaming one. This is on the Extra channel, and when you go to buy it, it gives you a little pop-up like, hey, if you pay $5 or whatever, you can continue your subscription until August whenever I renew for like $5 extra, and you get the features of PS Plus Premium.
Oh, they're letting you like half step your way up to that next level.
But apparently it only offers that on the top tier. However, this game is also available on the Essential, and you can technically find a way to update to the Essential tier. However, I searched around and could not find out how to upgrade to the Essential tier because I don't need PS1 classics.
Yeah.
It's so mind-bogglingly confusing.
Yeah.
It's insane. Then I go and play As Dusk Falls on Xbox Game Pass. And man, it just works.
Yep.
It's there. It tells
Yeah.
me that like my computer can run it. It's just so much better than PS Plus. It's like insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
Speaking of
It's-
cats, I got a cat meowing. Hold on. You guys keep
Yeah.
Sony
No, it's-
just
It's so wild that Sony's doing this tiered service.
It's
they
insane.
And
just try to
is
be
this
premium
is,
though.
for lack of a better term, kind of their flagship or their opening salvo of like, this is our thing.
Game
This
Pass.
is a day and date release. Please upgrade to the middle tier, but also the big tier, but like
Yeah.
the middle tier.
Yeah, I think as a consumer, you need like so much more now than ever with subscriptions. You just need one. I just need to buy it, and that's what Game Pass is. Like, I'm just gonna buy it. Like, sure, there's Ultimate and then there's just regular, but it's just like both are basically the same. Like, there's not too much difference. But with PlayStation, it's like, okay, here's 3 tiers. This tier has this. This tier has this. It's just so much difference. Like, okay, what do I get? And then what gets me what?
Yeah, and like, why is there not just 2 tiers? The normal one you've always had, and the streaming tier.
Yeah,
Right.
PlayStation's in this unique spot where their direct competitor has set the benchmark, and it's very simple to know what you're trying to beat. I don't know who they thought would go for this. I guess,
No.
like, you know what I mean? I don't.
And it's
it
just
seems super
confusing.
strange.
That's the issue. It's so utterly confusing. As
But you
someone
know,
who's-
it's still better than Nintendo's.
well, not hard.
Yeah.
But,
Nintendo's playing a different game.
As someone that is like very entrenched in PlayStation, like I would argue I'm like a very big PlayStation fanboy. I don't understand it, and I don't want to like do intense reading to figure out what I need to know.
Yeah.
So like that's
Well,
an
and
issue.
Yes.
is that the ploy? Is that you'll just give up and buy the most expensive?
And that's what I was
tier?
thinking.
I'm
Maybe
sure.
they're just like, hey, just buy the most expensive tier. And
Yeah, because like I appreciate
Legalese
what
it.
they're offering. I just don't like how they are offering.
I agree.
I guess. Yeah.
And I already have Game Pass, so I don't need another streaming game service. Like,
Nope.
and so I just bought the game for $30, where I could have probably played it for $5, but I was like, I'd rather just own this and not. I don't give a shit. Like,
Maybe
they're making it
that's
so
maybe
confusing.
that's their real ploy. They're like
Oh.
triple agenting you, where you're
Mhm,
like
mhm.
you're so upset you don't want to just go for it, so you'll just go back to buying
So
the
you just
game,
buy
and they're
it.
like, "We just made you buy a game, you dumbass."
But it's like at least you're at a point where you can just buy the game. It's just like I'll just buy it.
Yeah.
Like
I like,
trying
I
to
like
figure
the
out.
idea they're in the boardroom and they're like, so Game Pass is really popular. We need to have something to counteract it. The fans want us to have something to counteract it. And someone just in Sony goes, fuck the fans. Let's make it confusing. Let's fucking tell them why they shouldn't want this shit.
Yeah, let's trick them into continuing to buy games.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
God.
Any final thoughts on Stray, James, before we kind of talk more about it next week?
Just looking forward to beating it. I know it's a short game. I've seen
Yeah.
people be like 6 to 8 hours from what I'm seeing. So
That's what I've heard.
just gonna enjoy my time with it.
Nice. I'm going to talk about As Dusk Falls, as a plane flies by my house. I don't know. Can you guys hear that on my end?
No, we can't hear anything. It's filtered out really well. So anything that ever happens in the background, except for your cat meowing every now and
Yeah,
then, that's it.
Are there any other vehicles that might go by?
A lot. I live on a pretty busy street, and I live right near an airport, so it's a lot of activity.
There's a cruise ship.
I mean, I've seen it from your balcony.
Yeah, you can see the ocean from my balcony. So, sometimes I can see an aircraft carrier.
Nice.
Perks of living in San
America's
Diego.
big stick. Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah,
Walk tall,
that's
carry
high
big
class
stick.
San Diego living there.
Boom. That's what I like to talk about. Okay, so As Dusk Falls is let me get the developer, but it is on Game Pass. It's on PC. I think it's actually on everything, but it is on Game Pass, PC and console. Oh no, it's published by Xbox Game Studios. Excuse me. So it is
Ooh.
an Xbox exclusive. It's developed by a studio called Interior Night, and it is a very similar to Telltale kind of game, where it is a story-driven, choice-based game. However, unlike Telltale, you don't walk around at all. There aren't like sequences where you are controlling a character. Like specifically, you do like take on one point of view. There are 2 characters you play as, but like so far I've played 2 full chapters and I've really only played one character's point of view. But it is a very grounded story about a group of people that all meet in a motel under various circumstances. I don't really want to say more because I didn't know more, and that was kind of the twist. Is like, whoa, this is fucking intense.
Yeah, I was like, you can't
gas-
say too much because
Yeah.
it's a big story game.
I thought it was a desert gas station. Is it a motel?
It's a motel. It's called the Desert Dream Motel.
Okay.
And so it is. But the choices so far, I am. Did you guys play Detroit Beyond Human at all?
I've seen enough of
Okay.
it.
I
I know, but I know that stuff like Beyond Two Souls,
Yeah,
Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
what Beyond Detroit Beyond Human did, what I hate that title.
Detroit Become Human.
Become Human. Thank you. Detroit
Yeah.
Become Human was at the end of every mission, it would show like a tree, and not like a physical tree, but like a map tree about like your choices, and then like the branches that those choices made, and the percentage of people that chose those. And
I love
that's
that.
cool.
I love it.
What is usually in these games is you have that point A to point B, but like getting there is what you do. Like you color in, like Walking Dead, your ending of every episode is the same.
The classic Mass Effect Diamond.
Exactly.
You can make choices, but it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter.
At the end, we're just going to put you at
the illusion.
You go to 3 different points and pick something.
Yeah.
God.
At the end of the day, it all needs to line up.
And it does. That's how a story works. You can't write a story with 1,000 different endings. It would be insane. But I'm very impressed with this. And maybe I'm wrong with as Dusk Falls. I'm sure there's a lot of endings. But the choices that I am making, I can't fathom not making those choices and what the game would do. Because every choice seems so driven in plot that like I am shocked that there is another, essentially half of this story where if I didn't make that choice, it would be remarkably different, or I would assume. But like there are events happening that like I'm choosing, and it's crazy to think like there's more of a game here.
So back this up a little bit. Are you watching a movie and then every once in a while you get button prompts?
Right. Okay. Yeah. I guess I should explain what the game is. So yes, you kind of are watching a movie essentially, and then I'm playing with mouse. There's no keyboard
slideshow.
at all. It's essentially a slideshow because the characters never move. It is like a comic image.
Oh, okay.
Where like it would be like
a flip book kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
kind of thing. And but the background
that was very good.
That's pretty good. I'm playing on this game. Yeah, I played 2 chapters.
It looks like an intro cinematic for a game that got rushed.
Yes.
Where they couldn't fully animate it.
It kind of does.
It's just a bunch of still images that kind of move.
That's the style.
This is very much the style of it, and and I think
definitely.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're right.
I just think it really works for what this game is. It adds that choice nature of like there is time-based stuff, but not everything is time-based. And that kind of panelization of the action is it's really interesting looking.
A visual novel, I believe.
It very much feels like. I mean, it is a visual novel.
Jake, I want to know. Watching the trailer and seeing the initial reactions to this, people didn't like it, and I'm one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get used to kind of like that slideshow picturesque?
Yes, and
you can get immersed in it.
I think so, especially because I think the story is so strong. It is such a well written story. I think it's very cool that it's very grounded. Like this is a ground so far. I would be shocked if there's supernatural elements coming into this story where I'm at. But it just feels so grounded. And I think that's like what is kind of interesting about this game, because I feel like a lot of these choice-based things are Walking Dead, Batman. A lot of them are IP, or they're, I think that's what was so cool about Heavy Rain, was that Heavy Rain was this like grounded murder mystery. And it has a lot of that kind of tone.
Yeah, and the I can't remember the most recent one that came out that was like the Until Dawn, and it wasn't too good. Like the story sucked.
Oh, Man of Medan. Dark
no. Do you mean
no. Quarry.
Oh, people didn't like that?
I have it brought up on my side too, because one of the main actors, Skylar, I think is his real name, is in it. Anyway, I actually don't like. I think his real name's Skylar. Anyway,
for what game?
The Quarry.
Okay. Now we're talking about the Quarry. Okay.
Yeah. That's
you are not doing well carrying this conversation somewhere.
It goes into the same place. Until Dawn. These the games previous.
Yeah.
Quantum Dream.
No. Supermassive is who did. Supermassive.
No, who's
Quantic
the
Dream
guy?
That's Quantic Dream. That's who does Beyond Two Souls and
Beyond Two Souls, Heavy
Rain. Yeah, all of these games to me have felt too video gamey. Like there comes a point for me where like I really wanted to play Until Dawn and just kind of watch a movie where I got to make choices, but there was a lot of like walking around with a flashlight, which just felt really. So to hear that that's not an issue and it's more of like you're making choices in a comic book sounds a lot more fun to me.
Yes.
But I could totally see the lack of animation getting in the way.
So far I haven't felt the need. I played like about 2 hours. Each chapter is about an hour. I played about 2 hours, and I've not felt the need to be like, man, I wish I was controlling this character. I wish I was moving. I've not felt that need. Every so often, I'm like, this would look really cool though if it was fully animated. This would be a lot more interesting. Yeah. But the art style works, and it's never in the way, and it's never intrusive.
Okay.
I still think the story carries a great tone and a great pace, despite it not being like live action. So I really recommend it. I would love since it's on Game Pass, for all of us to maybe play at least part of it before next week. To try it out.
I would like to check it out. Like I said, I've bounced off of every single ones of these interactive movie games because of that video gaming aspect, Telltale included.
Yeah.
I played The Wolf Among Us until the very first part where your character has to walk around his apartment. I was like, all right. I don't know what it is. It's
Wolf Among Us, great game.
I would prefer to just watch a movie and make choices.
Thing you can do, Ted, with your roommates, which is very cool about this game, is that they have like a party play mode where everyone votes on the choices and the things to say and the things to do. It very much at the beginning of the game session tells you that you can download their app and play the game with your phone. And so I don't know who would do that. Cool. There are quick time events like where you have to move right or move left. So I don't know who does that, but all the choices. Yes, Ted.
I'm gonna get this wrong. I want to say it was the Manamodan people. At their multiplayer, well, they had a separate multiplayer, but they had co-op. Couch co-op multiplayer was everyone got a character.
Yeah,
it was Until Dawn. Yeah,
it wasn't Until Dawn, but it was the game after that, the Dark Anthologies Chronicles.
Yeah, the Anthologies is that one.
Everyone got to pick a character, so it's not like that.
No, it's like apparently you vote and it's like percentage wise.
And then whoever.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, and then is there a drinking game, Jake? Like, so if you lose the vote, you take a shot, or something?
You should. I think that's actually the official Side Escape rule. So if Ted plays it co-op, he has to do that.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
I don't think I'm going to. I'll just lie. But I really recommend it. I think it's a very interesting game, especially for how light this year is. I think it's one of those that, like, I would give it a shot because why not? It's 7 hours or whatever.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Wow.
Yeah,
and I'm liking these short games, these like little short, concise games, and then also it being on Game Pass. It's like why not? And then the reviews, of course, too good. I feel like, not to say that everyone's giving good reviews right now, but I feel like the industry's so starved for games that when like good game comes and it's like
get really well reviewed.
Yes, you're gonna. Yes, that's what I don't know, but still, we'll see.
No, but I think it's good. I'm so far I'm really enjoying it, and I think I can, unless it really takes a shit on itself, I'm excited to see where it goes. It's got a lot of dynamics that are really interesting. So
there's something in here that got spoiled to me, but I won't say it. But when we talk next week, I want to know if we all had the same thought.
I love that.
But
Ted, I have a just non-gaming question. What's your shirt? What baseball shirt are you wearing?
It's not a baseball shirt.
Oh my
god!
Is
it backwards on your screen? No. Okay.
No.
Yeah, but it does show baseball.
There's a local ramen shop in town where they do a ramen week, where every week they have a special. That's just a more like increasingly more ridiculous bowl of ramen, and if you eat all 7, you get a shirt.
Did you do that, or did someone do it for you?
Absolutely, I did.
Okay.
Apparently, only 8 people did it. It's origami.
Oh, it's an origami. Okay, they're great.
Shout out to Origami, local Sacramento shop.
Wait, have you been to origami?
No, I don't think I've been to origami.
It's East Side,
really
right?
Yeah, it's in East Side. It's really good.
No one's ever taken me.
My work near Cannon.
No one's ever taken me.
I think it was after you.
This game does have sections that take place in Sacramento.
No shit, you're making.
Well, that's what I wanted to. That's what I wanted to say, but I didn't want to spoil
sorry.
it.
That's unfortunate.
But you said it, so it's fine.
They were like, we need a low budget.
It doesn't seem like a spoiler. To be honest, it doesn't. It's just where some people live.
It's like we just need a low budget, kind of shitty environment for our characters to want to leave. Where can we do that?
I want to leave this motel.
We need it to be about 2 hours away from Nevada desert.
Yeah, and I have a lot of interesting discussions to talk about because this game is somewhat of a road trip game. Why these people decided to choose this particular route from Sacramento is interesting. So we'll have to talk about that.
Or they go to Reno.
0 out of 10. They're
Reno down to Tahoe.
Arizona. So they went to Arizona and to go to the Midwest.
So they went Arizona.
They could go through.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess Arizona's more scenic. You can see the.
No, but you cross over. You cross over.
You
go through
long detour.
Yeah. Okay, it adds an extra 14 hours to your trip, but
there's only 2 ways to get to Sacramento. It's either you go up or you go from the bottom.
With these family dynamics, Ted, they are not wanting to spend 14 hours in a car more together. I'm gonna let you know.
Jesus.
That's really.
They're crazy.
They're crazy. Okay, I'm gonna run through some news things I want to talk to you guys about because this is very exciting. One of them particularly exciting to me. The Last of Us and Uncharted's co-director starts a new studio. Takes aim at smallish games. Takes aim at making smallish games. Not aim just at smallish games. Aim at making. But Bruce Straley, who is the game director for The Last of Us and Uncharted 4, he retired after Uncharted 4, basically being like, I gotta take a break. I don't know if the game's industry Yeah, like I've done a lot making The Last of Us and rebooting Uncharted 4 right afterwards. But yeah, so they've opened up a new studio. It's called Wildflower Interactive. They describe it as good people making good games, which I think is funny. But it's
every brewery describes themselves.
That's so true.
Good people making good beer.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, Ted, you would have appreciated this. This is not about video games at all. I checked out at the grocery store the other day, and the guy that was helping me was this like total surfer dude, very nice man. But he handed me my bags and he just went, "Have a great day, bruh." He legitimately did this to me.
Hey, man, have a great day.
So, have a great day, bruh. No, thanks, man.
Yeah, he saw the microbrew in the double IPA you checked out. He knows.
He knows. So they basically said we're a small team of big collaborators that have been hard at work on a cool new game. And then they basically were a little secretive, but they said that they are working on smallish titles that are creatively charged and uniquely styled. But I'm very excited. I think Bruce Straley is just one of those guys that's just...
What does small mean?
Smallish,
guys?
Smallish.
What does
Indie.
smallish mean?
Like Stray to probably 10 hours. Like 7 to 10 hours.
So an hours of gameplay type?
That's what I would imagine.
Okay.
Yeah. But we'll see. I think it's very cool that he's formed his own company, and that's a guy to watch when indies kind of percolate.
I like
around.
indies.
So nothing really massive to talk about, but he developed one of my favorite game of all time, so I'm very excited.
Yeah.
But this is going to make you guys very excited because Discord owners will finally be able to connect on Xbox to Discord voice.
Yeah.
Before PlayStation.
Before PlayStation.
But it's probably way easier to do that.
Yeah,
since
I imagine
Xbox
so.
is Windows.
Despite PlayStation putting $1 billion into this company.
That's crazy.
But yeah, they're finally adding voice integration chat to Xbox consoles, so you'll be able to access Discord while in Xbox and.
This is a necessary step.
Yeah, PlayStation's got to be right around the corner.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that we're living in a cross-play world without a cross-play chat is just unthinkable. Not in that it's ridiculous; it's just unthinkable in that it doesn't make sense.
No.
And so now that we're here, it's like that totally 100%. I get it.
This is we were talking about playing Tiny Tina this weekend, James and I, and we're like, okay, I want to get it on PS5. You can get it on PC because that's where our best graphics will be. Mm-hmm. Okay, but to chat, I need to use my PC to access Discord for you. So I'll have to be on my monitor still while using two different audio functions to get the audio.
Dude, you could just use your. That's what I say. You just use your phone.
I'm going technic. Yeah.
But it's gonna be shitty audio, but I don't care.
Okay. One headphone in the ear, your phone kind of resting right there.
No, that's how you played fucking Halo, and it was horrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Grab one of those cheap Logitech Burger King headsets and just right there, take my order and play your.
Take my order.
Like the very old Xbox 360 mic.
Oh, missed that one.
I remember that one. I was going.
Classic. But no, I hope it works seamlessly. Yeah. I don't quite know how it'll work. I don't know if it's you press the Xbox button and instead of a chat, there'll be options so you can just join your friends server or whatever.
It looks like that. I haven't tried it yet, but that's just the screenshots.
Yeah, and so that seems good all around.
Yes.
I'm happy for it.
Yeah, it looks like just a separate app that you boot into and is active while you play games. So, yeah, I'm just really excited about that. I think that's just a huge thing that we need really badly on console for PC. So,
really surprising that it's on Xbox, considering, like you said, PlayStation put. I forgot how much.
I think it's $1 billion. I think they
was it actually? It was a B. I thought it was I thought it had a 5 in there.
Let's see. I'll look up right now.
$50 million. Anyway, PlayStation puts a lot of money into Discord. It makes it look like they are trying to push to have Discord as a PC PlayStation thing.
I mean, Microsoft was trying to buy Discord.
Yeah, and they failed on that, and and then it was announced PlayStation put. Let me see.
Yeah. That's just always smart because as long as you grow this kind of app. This thing is so huge; it can become its own thing. It's worth so much more than what the price was that they're selling for.
Yeah, I think Xbox tried to buy them for $10 billion or something, and they said no.
Yeah, I think it's a $40 billion company, honestly, with the potential.
Crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm gonna look for how much they have. Ted, you played some DS earlier.
I did. Well, I was on vacation. Didn't have a lot of internet. But I did have a cabin. I was on a mancation.
Mancation, you brought the DS.
I brought my DS.
We're
He was in a
probably-
Yeah.
mancation and he was playing fucking Soul Silver Pokemans.
Heck yeah, dude.
Who's your starter?
I was
Ted?
using Cyndaquil.
All right.
Good job.
Yeah. I don't know. I was using my emulator device thing, so I have a DS cart that I can add ROMs to.
Oh, okay.
Which is really cool. So
That's
I kind of
fun.
just brought up a DS. I also brought my Switch and didn't end up using it. The DS just fit better in the pocket. You know, you can
Right.
flip it out, put it away.
That's something I want to mention right now. Is that you have the Steam Deck, you have the Switch, and these are like great devices. But if I had a choice between like bringing one of them, the deck is not portable, and
Yeah.
the Switch is almost not as portable. Like you can't fit that in your pocket.
No,
But like
no,
my little
absolutely not.
like Chinese Ambernick like little emulator
Yeah.
is so small. Like I just need a device that's like pocket but powerful.
Yeah.
Are we there yet? Can I make a pocket powerful type of device yet?
Pocket
Not these like
powerful.
giant like
You tell them. We'll
Cardboard
write a note
boxes.
to Nintendo.
You tell him.
Nintendo.
but yeah.
Go back to pocket but make it powerful. Sign
Go
me.
back to pocket. No,
Yeah, even just
yeah.
like the phones with the big screens. Like that's fine. Like make something like that.
No,
I'm
I
not
was
paying
having, I was
$1,000
having a great time. Yeah, Pokemon's strange because it hasn't changed at all.
No.
Like I played Sword when
Nope.
Sword released.
Wait, it has
and
changed. Ted.
And
They
playing
got
Gold.
ice cream Pokemon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Don't disrespect Vanillite, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
yeah,
And the
and
garbage one.
Yeah, Trashel or whatever. I can't. It's
I
not.
think it's close to that.
Trubbish.
Trubbish is its name.
Trubbish.
I like Trashel.
Yeah,
Trashel.
I know. Fun side story. There was a phase where we were playing Pokemon Go.
Yep.
And my neighborhood was full of Trashels or
Yeah.
Trubbishes.
Is that where I
which
used
is-
to live?
No.
Oh, okay.
We lived in a nice part of town. We don't live there anymore.
Yes. You lived in the very rich part of town.
Yeah, I don't live there anymore, and so now I get lots of trundles or troubles. Anyway,
Grundles.
unrelated. No, but I played Sword, and the difference is like it's the same game, it's the same intro. You talk to a scientist, you get your starter, the rival gets mad at you, and then you go on your down a singular route to your next adventure, to the first gym.
Mhm.
But if in Sword, the Pokemon level up as a group, like it's
Yeah.
shared XP, which is not there in the older games. And that little detail makes
Changes it.
such a big friggin' difference. So I spent most of my downtime in the cabin just
Grinding.
grinding. Yeah. I'm really nostalgic for
Everybody's favorite JRPG activity. Just a good old grind it out and let's get
sure.
some
Good old
levels.
grind. That being said, I'm still going to buy the newest Pokemon. I'm curious, I'll say.
Are you? You're going to buy the one this year?
Yeah, I think at this point, I'm just going to buy a Pokemon, every new Pokemon, and just
You're my sister.
cross both fingers that their ideas work.
Okay. Well, that's good. You're going to review that game for us then. This is perfect.
Yeah.
You and Hunter.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I watched my roommate play Arceus.
Yep.
And we both read the first 45 minutes of text, and we're both just like, no,
Dude, it was,
It's-
horrible.
it's
It was
absolutely
horrible.
not. And we had he started skipping it, so we didn't actually read it. But then we got out to the world, and we were like, all right, now what do we do? We
Yep.
didn't read any of that. It was horrible. So we'll see. You
Yeah.
know.
All right. All right.
I'm not a Pokemon person. I've
Same
played through. I know the originals, and I've played through Sword.
I'll take a
Okay.
Pokemon Coliseum, please.
You're never going to get it.
Um,
You're never going to get it.
I'll
yeah.
take one of those.
Pokemon is
So-
going to be what it is because it sells like 50 million units a year.
yeah,
crazy.
we'll see. We'll see.
I'm- Ted, so you're just going to buy it. Will you? And if it sucks, will you buy the next one next year too? And just see what they keep doing?
We're taking it on a game by game basis.
Okay.
Yep.
I really liked.
It's a very diplomatic answer.
Yeah, I really liked what Shield was trying to do. I just think that they genuinely failed at it.
Yes.
The Switch's multiplayer was not there. The ideas
Still
were a
not.
little half baked, but like their ranked tower mode, their multiplayer stuff was very cool. You could kind of rent not teams, but like other people's like set of 3 Pokemon, so you didn't actually have to grind out your own.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, so you could kind of play around with the multiplayer, which is fun, and then the story is the story.
Mhm.
I'm just hoping for one day getting that Pokemon MMO that we all want to happen that never seems to enter the minds of Game Freak.
I don't think they could do it.
They can't do it.
I think it's an infrastructure thing.
They need, yeah, it is infrastructure. They literally need to do something, which is they'll never do, which is hire someone else to do it. But they'll never do that. So they'll just
did
never
Game
learn.
Freak make Arceus Legends?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that's an in-house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's going to be their other
possible.
franchise. I'm
Yeah, it's like it's possible to make that better, but they need more.
That was my prediction
knowledge.
as well, that Pokemon Legends will be a side thing where they get to try different ideas, and then Pokemon, whatever it is,
mainline,
will stay pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm curious.
Yeah, me too. I'm curious what comes of that franchise because
I did genuinely like playing Pokemon. I think it's still a fun, like this kind of like baby JRPG. Like it's still for me. Like I can't play real JRPGs because they're just so massive and intimidating. But Pokemon's always approachable. It always has been.
There's a part of me that really wants to be in the JRPG area, but it's just they are so time consuming.
Yeah,
I don't have that time.
Yeah,
I would love to play that Tales of Arise game and the guy with the cool half mask face thing. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not gonna do it. But you know, we are gonna do, James. Do you have Tales of Arise?
Yeah, and I want to play it so bad, but you're right. It's like it's just the committing to it. Like the stories are good too. It's like,
Tales of Arise is like 100 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for
I
Crisis
want to play
Core.
Persona. Oh,
yeah.
Really? Yeah. Crisis Core is gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna play Persona 5 when it comes to Game Pass.
Yep.
I've decided I'm gonna jump back on that horse.
I'm...
We can just be in the chat together, James. We'll be on the PC
for many weeks.
For many weeks at a time.
Yeah.
We'll have like 5 episodes in a row just called Persona 5 Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4.
Play it for an hour a day for 1/3 of the year.
I would say for 130 days.
For 100.
No big deal.
Mm-hmm.
That saying it like that is actually a horrifying figure.
Yep. Isn't
How
it?
much time you can put into a game.
Yep.
Yikes. Any final things you guys want to talk about really quick before we say goodbye to the folks at home?
Just glad that games are releasing.
Games are releasing next week. We are going to talk a lot about Stray. We're going to talk a lot about As Dusk Falls. We'll probably spoil parts of As Dusk Falls because it'd probably be hard to talk about the general concept of the game without. Yeah. So you will get the brief what happens in the first chapter a little bit of As Dusk Falls.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm really excited for Stray.
Yes, me too. I can't wait. That's my night tomorrow night. I'm doing that and watching the Derek Jeter Part 1 of his documentary, The Captain. Ted, can I tell you a funny thing really quick before we say goodbye to the show?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there's a documentary series called The Captain coming out about Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter, New York Yankee. Very good player. One of the great shortstops of all time. 5 World Series rings. Okay, great guy.
Mark Wahlberg shot him in the leg.
He did. And the other guys, he did. That's so good. Fun fact about that movie. Apparently, Derek Jeter had like 2 scenes, and they cut all of them, and just had that scene. And he was kind of upset because I worked really hard on my lines for that movie. It's I thought I was pretty good in that movie. But no, so he's got this documentary coming out on ESPN. ESPN bought a billboard right outside Fenway Park for the Red Sox and put The Captain, and it's this Derek Jeter billboard, and it's literally right outside fucking Fenway Park.
And local Bostonians have burned it down.
Yeah, and it no longer exists. Now they respect Derek Jeter there. I watched the video of his final at bat at Fenway Park, and they gave him a standing ovation.
No.
Thank you so much for watching the 102nd episode of the Sidescape Gaming Podcast. I'm Jake, that's Ted, that's James, and we will see you next week.